Onyame Jesus is my name. Yes, I'm Nollywood actor and a top content creator. Share this video as the video is getting to you. Toss Alomozia, Dolomozia, bam bam bam. That's another update. Don't land. Hey, ewo, Biafra, Simon Ekpa, autopilot. Hey, because toss Alomozia, I need this video to go viral. Biafra, I'm going to go. Biafra, I know for the night, I was only here to but let me not waste your time. Watch this video. Share this video. And I'll tell you what I want to say. Mana, to Salomozia. Share this video now. Watch.
It's a story that comes from the Biafra Republic government in exile, an entity that has stirred a lot of emotions, debates and controversies in its pursuit of self-determination. At the heart of this movement is Simon Ekpa, who is known as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. But this isn't just Simon Ekpa's story. It's about his ex-wife, Oga Nkere, accusations of betrayal, and the inner workings of a movement struggling to maintain unity in the face of adversity. So let me walk you through it, step by step, like we're unpacking a mystery novel. The story begins with Simon Ekpa's ex-wife stepping forward to clear the air about her involvement in the movement. It's not every day that someone so close to a figure like Simon Ekpa decides to speak publicly, so you can imagine the buzz this created. According to her, her role was purely administrative. She wasn't there to take on the role of Prime Minister or make major decisions. Instead, she was there to assist with tasks like managing emails, answering calls, and handling the day-to-day operations that keep any organization running smoothly. At first glance, this might not seem like a big deal, but the implications of her statements go much deeper. You see, in a recorded video that has been making its way across YouTube and social media platforms, Simon Ekpa's ex-wife shared some startling insights about the dynamics within the Biafra Republic government in exile. In particular, she shed light on a figure named Oga Nkere. Now, Oga Nkere isn't just any member of the movement. She's someone who has become a central figure in a web of accusations and counter-accusations that threaten to tear the movement apart. Simon Ekpa's ex-wife accused Oga Nkere of stirring up unnecessary drama and attacking another prominent figure in the movement, who is referred to as Madam Deputy Prime Minister. According to Simon Ekpa's ex-wife, Oga Nkere's actions go beyond petty disagreements. She alleged that Oga Nkere was actively working to undermine the movement, possibly in collusion with the Nigerian government. Now that's a serious accusation. To suggest that someone within the movement might be working with the very government they're opposing, it's the kind of betrayal that could shake any organization to its core. The tension doesn't stop there. Simon Ekpa's ex-wife didn't just call out Oga Nkere for her alleged actions, she also questioned her motives. Why, she wondered, was Oga Nkere so focused on attacking Madam Deputy Prime Minister? Why was she creating distractions instead of addressing the real issues facing the movement? And perhaps most importantly, why was she refusing to be transparent about financial matters? According to Simon Ekpa's ex-wife, these were the kinds of questions that needed answers. But instead, Oga Nkere seemed more interested in playing power games. The situation becomes even more complicated when you consider the broader context. In the midst of all this, Simon Ekpa's ex-wife felt compelled to speak out, not just to defend herself, but to shed light on the internal struggles that were threatening to derail the movement. One of the most poignant moments in Simon Ekpa's ex-wife's video was when she addressed the suffering of ordinary people in southeastern Nigeria. She spoke about the tragic events of December 2024, when unknown gunmen opened fire on innocent citizens who were simply trying to enjoy the holiday season. Families were torn apart, lives were lost, and communities were left to grapple with the aftermath of the violence. Simon Ekpa's ex-wife couldn't help but draw a connection between these events and the internal conflicts within the Biafra Republic government in exile. In her view, The infighting and sabotage were making it harder for the movement to focus on its ultimate goal, securing justice and self-determination for the people of Biafra. As you might imagine, Simon Ekpa'S ex-wife's revelations have sparked a firestorm of reactions. Supporters of the Biafra Republic government in exile are divided. Some believe her words are a wake-up call, a chance for the movement to address its internal issues and emerge stronger. Others are more skeptical, questioning her motives and wondering why she chose this moment to speak out. Regardless of where you stand, it's clear that her statements have forced the movement to confront some uncomfortable truths. One of the most striking aspects of this story is the way it highlights the human side of political movements. At the end of the day, these organizations are made up of people with egos, ambitions, and, yes, flaws. The Biafra Republic government in exile is no exception. The allegations of betrayal, mismanagement, and collusion with the Nigerian government may be shocking, but they also serve as a reminder that even the most noble causes can be undermined by human frailty. As we continue to unpack this story, it's worth considering what it means for the future of the Biafra Republic government in exile. Can the movement overcome these internal conflicts and stay focused on its mission? Or will the divisions prove too great to bridge? These are the questions that supporters and observers alike are grappling with, and the answers are far from clear. In the meantime, Simon Ekpa'S ex-wife's decision to speak out has added a new layer of complexity to an already intricate story. Whether you see her as a whistleblower, a victim, or something else entirely, there's no denying that her words have sparked a conversation that the Biafra Republic government in exile can't afford to ignore. It's a story that reminds us of the challenges that come with leadership, the importance of transparency, and the need for unity in the face of adversity. And while the final chapter has yet to be written, one thing is certain: the road ahead for the Biafra Republic government in exile will be anything but easy. So my friend, what do you make of all this? Do you think Simon Ekpa'S ex-wife did the right thing by speaking out? What about Ogun Kerry and the accusations against her? And what does this all mean for the people of southeastern Nigeria who are caught in the middle of this struggle? It's a lot to take in, I know, but sometimes the most complicated stories are the ones that matter the most. Let's keep talking about it, because these are the conversations that can lead to real change. It's not just about the individuals at the center of it all. It's about the ripple effects that their actions have on the movement, on the people of Biafra, and even on the broader political landscape. So where were we? Right, we were talking about the aftermath of Simon Ekpa'S ex-wife's revelations and the larger implications of this internal strife. You know, one thing that really stands out in all of this is the sheer complexity of leading a movement like the Biafra Republic government in exile. It's not just about declaring a vision for the future and rallying people to your cause. It's about navigating the messy, often unforgiving terrain of human relationships, power dynamics, and external pressures. Let's take a moment to think about Simon Ekpa himself. Imagine what it must be like to be in his position, leading a government in exile, trying to keep the dream of Biafra alive, all while dealing with the constant scrutiny of not only your supporters and detractors, but also international authorities. His recent detention by Finnish authorities was a major blow, not just to him personally, but to the entire movement. It created a power vacuum that others have been all too eager to fill, and that's where so much of this drama stems from. Now, Simon Ekpa'S ex-wife made it clear that Simon Ekpa didn't just randomly hand out roles within the movement. When it came to appointing someone like Madam Deputy Prime Minister, there was thought and deliberation involved. Simon Ekpa wanted to ensure that the administrative side of things was taken care of while he was dealing with the larger issues. But what he may not have anticipated was how these appointments would become flashpoints for conflict. Take Madam Deputy Prime Minister, for instance. By all accounts, she's someone who has dedicated herself to the cause. She was there when the Biafra Republic government in exile made its declaration in late 2024, a historic moment for the movement. Yet, despite her contributions, she's become a target for figures like Ogin Kere. Why? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is it jealousy? A difference in vision? Or something more sinister, like the accusations of collusion with the Nigerian government? Whatever the reason, it's clear that these internal battles are draining energy and focus from the movement's primary goal. And then there's Ogin Kere herself. Now, I don't know about you, but when I hear someone being accused of collusion with a government that has been at odds with their own movement, my ears perk up. That's not a small accusation. If there's any truth to it, it would represent a profound betrayal, not just of Simon Ekpa, not just of the leadership, but of everyone who has put their faith in the Biafra Republic government in exile. But here's the thing, accusations are easy to make, and proving them is another story entirely. That's part of what makes this whole situation so murky. Simon Ekpa's ex-wife didn't stop at pointing fingers, though. She also raised some deeply uncomfortable questions about financial transparency within the movement. She talked about how certain individuals, including Ogin Kere, have refused to disclose financial accounts or explain how funds are being used.
It takes care of the everyday things, what are needed. Not that the person self takes the one's authority and position. Not at all. And that was, Simon got like few minutes to think the answer he gave to me, because those days we didn't even speak directly, me and him. It was just his opinion. And he recognized that later that he thought he is, realistically he thought he's away for a couple of days, only maybe a week, and comes back. And if something urgent comes, there must be somebody in the office to pick his mail and answer his calls. And that is why she authorized Madame Rosie to be that person as a chief of staff and helper to him, not prime minister on his plate.
That is it. Ajujumo Bunyami Jesus na Ajubu. Kedu ka Biafra strugglers we bar some people n'aka atọ n'anya to caricature. Yes. Keka this Biafra strugglers we bar some people n'aka ewuzele na babolo onya pasalonya. Simon Ekpa's ex-wife buzo Yesu ze kuzo okwu na struggle. Ex-wife, mbobu wife. Onwere onye obu. Was that kid ex? But Simon Ekpa ababaghị n'ime, nobody knew her. Onye ma voice ya, onye na-afụ ya, onye gbasara ya. Kịta aka ji Simon Ekpa ka Ogin Kere na Ngozi Orabaeze jizi nwaanyị a na-emezi pass to me, I pass to you. Kick to me, I kick to you. Biafra brụzalụ bọọlụ. That is bọọlụ, akụkpọ bọọlụ. Nwa bọọlụ anyị na-akpa akụkpọ mba ipere mpe, this plastic bọọlụ a ebe anyị ome kụkpọ. Anakwa akụkpọ. So Ogin Kere and Ngozi Orabaeze unu ejidene Biafra atala afụfịa for years right from Ojukwu ozere na-agba onye apasala onya. Just imagine iberibe unu abụ na-eme. A na-agwụ na Biafra bụ mmụọ unu anaghị anụ ọfụma. A na-agwụ na Biafra is a spirit unu anaghị afụ ọfụma. Unu amanakwa free na nonsense unu na-eme o. Ifu iberibe unu na-eme unu amanakwa free. The same woman now came to the video one time with the voice here. Now she na meet Simon Ekpa. Now I have attorney. From attorney now to ex-wife. Man attorney, ex-wife, advisor, even my main water. The most concern is what is her business with Biafra. That is my concern. With him basa Biafra, nothing. He brought Biafra. When he named Biafra, and when he actually came to Biafra, so could he be a concern? Could he be a mission? Open up Ogin Kere na Ngozi Orabaeze na pali onuhani zuzugale. One yana walo suppose na pali Biafra. Open up na anyi mabi Igbo jaka anyi zuzugale. Bobo na ipatara egosi anyi jibuli Igbo. Anyi zuzugale. Is it a must that you must speak about Biafra? Is it a must? If you don't know what to say, why can't you go and sit down? If you don't know what to do, why can't you go and sit down? Thing is a struggle. Who want to talk? Who don't want to talk? Leave it. Who want to participate? It's not by force. I beg, drop your comment on the comment section. What is your say or your opinion? over this matter. Remember, I still remain one and only Onyame Jesus, a Nollywood actor and their top content creator.